Guys, get ready to be horrified. This is our downstairs toilet. We pretty much never come in here. The tiles are original and it's just so bad. There's been asbestos testing and there was none here, but unfortunately there is some there in the grout. So I'm gonna have to work with that because we're not gonna pay several €100 to get all that removed. Something I really want to do is smooth out this texture. It really looks like sloppy and cheap. Okay, so the plumber came and did his thing, and I've been modeling here what size art piece I want. I usually want to go for big, but with this one I'm not sure because it's a small space and I don't want it to feel cramped. Wrapping these in plastic was like such a painful process. There was just no good way to do it. While I wait for the walls to dry, I'm gonna paint the ceiling. I found some leftover ceiling paint. This is a starting point for the whole renovation. A poster from a painting by Vincent van Gogh. I just absolutely love the colors. It's so fresh. It's called Riverbank in Springtime from 1887. So I went to the hardware store yesterday and got some paint. I forgot to film because I wanted to see how it is, and I have to say, even though it's a nice color, it's too dark. I don't want this much of a contrast. The theme for this toilet is fresh, 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 because the starting point was so nasty. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and mix my own color that is a little bit more fresh. This one here would have been great, but I didn't get that one. I got this one, and now I regret it. So just mixing some samples here to see which one looks best. Once I get it right, I'm gonna mix a bigger batch. I'm about to put on a second coat of the white paint. I need to cover this pencil line with the white, so then there will be enough of white everywhere. And the reason I'm drawing it there is because I would prefer that this white switch was on the white side completely, because originally it would have been like here. I've taped my arch and I don't have a laser level or anything like that. So I just measured and eyeballed it, and I did use this thing to kind of see that it's okay. For the arch, I made like a half arch out of this thick cardboard, and then I could trace the arch both ways and I would get an even arch. And you want the pencil markings to be on the side that is getting new paint on. So then I just X-Acto knifed it all over there. I don't know how thick the layer should be. I might do like 2 thin layers. Okay, first coat is on. Second one is going on, I think, in an hour. And I'm having a cup of coffee. we're getting to the arch. Maybe that's what I'm most worried about. So I got this frame for 10 euros from Facebook Marketplace, and it's really good because like my first choice would have been wood color like this, but this is good because this was close by and 10 euros, so it will do. Okay, let's see. I love it. I love Van Gogh. Here we go. Well, you guys, there has been some changes. Um, the rattan cabinet is out, and I'm going with this one. It's not installed yet, it's just sitting on a little stool. We bought it from Ikea, from like where you can buy returns or items that have been on display, and we got it probably 7 years ago or something like that, and it's just been sitting at our garage. Something wasn't right with the rattan cabinet. I didn't want it to look like DIY, so I decided to try this here, and it's just better. It's coming together. It's exciting. I'm happy. I'm ready. Also, I realize I'm looking quite tired. I had the stomach flu, and the actual stomach flu only took like 12 hours, but it took me a few days to really start feeling like myself again. So I went to bed early but was still tired, and I'm a bit tired. Yeah. How my son sees me. Can you tell I'm tired? So here I am disassembling a mirror from the same line as the bathroom vanity, and I'm going to make these into like sort of borders for the vanity to make it look really built in. So yesterday all day I was putting in these pieces from the mirror that are gonna make it look built in, and man, that was not it. It took me all day because these were just a tad bit too wide from the bottom. But I've gotten this far. They're not attached yet. These ones are really tight anyway. And I have to make the last piece from 2 pieces, and I just couldn't get it to fit. I mean, it's pretty good, but there's a gap there, and I was like, why isn't it going? And last night, just before I quit working on this, I realized what it was. It's just that this piece here is a little bit higher from the back, and I'm so happy. So now I'm gonna just try to get it shaped down. Okay, I've put Bondo in the joints and I clamped it. I've put the first screw in, and I'm gonna do the rest now. I'm just securing it with screws. I'm leaving these until I got the screws in, so that when I screw the screw in, it won't like come apart here. Okay, I drilled all the holes and I put the screws in, and I just quickly filled the holes with Bondo, and I'm so excited now. This is a piece of wood from our old DIY dining table, and I've cut it to size, or actually my husband did, and now I'm just making sure it fits nice and snug. So here we are. It fits perfectly, and I've already marked where I want the plumbing to go in for the sink, and I just have some weights on it to get it to straighten up a bit because it is a little bent. This will be painted. I made a hole for the sink. I just drilled a couple of drill holes there to get the little saw in, and then sawed it out. Okay, the plumber came and reinstalled the toilet seat and the sink. And the toilet seat is not that old, it's like only a few years old, it had to be changed. And here's obviously the star of the show. Unfortunately, it's not like showing up on camera that well. It's lighter green tones. Here's the sink that I bought and the faucet that I bought secondhand. The built-in hack is looking fantastic. It's so nice. The mirror and the light fixture. So I didn't have to do anything. This is the original light fixture, but I just changed these on it, and it's really cute. The enamel hand towel holder is original. This is the new mirror. It hides the cracked tile really well. This is the original tile because it had the asbestos in, but it looks fine. So now it's time for the finishing touches. I love to have flowers or plants around, but here I can't because there's no natural light. So I'm adding in these faux flowers. For soap, I'm adding in this. I bought it for some Christmas and it just had labels on it, but I took them out and it's really good here. I'm adding in this little jar made out of some sort of stone, and this is for like small trash. I'm adding in this diffuser because it smells so fresh. I'm adding in these hand towels, and I found them from a second-hand store, but they still had all the labels on. I've washed them now because you really have to wash towels before you use them. They've got so many different chemicals on them. Just placing them here. I found this mirror from a flea market for €1.80, and it had these little hook things. So I just added in these parts and a little tassel I made. The tassel goes really super well with the painting, and I'm just gonna hang it here so it adds a little bit of visual interest, and when I need to see how my hair is looking or something like that, I can use it. Nothing much going on this side. I got this for €2 from a flea market and it's just so pretty. Can't buy this anymore, guys. And the toilet thing is the old one. Now that everything else is fresh, it just felt like, yeah, the porcelain holder is fine. And this Ikea cabinet that is a part of the same series as the Vanity is now our medicine cabinet. It's so nice to have everything there organized, and I got this from a flea market or Facebook marketplace for €20, I think. I just have some trinkets there for my jewelry that I don't use that much, and this little thing has been in my family for years. I just painted it with the same color as the vanity top. It's got names from my family here. So this is like, I don't know, 100 years old or even more maybe. Used to belong to my great-grandmother. So that goes there for like the kids if they need to. For the floor, I'm adding in this H&M cotton rug. So the whole thing cost me about 450 euros. That's because I used things I already had. I almost only used second hand. The only new thing here I think was the mirror. That's it, guys. Please let me know what you think in the comments. That would mean so much to me.